Welcome to Lewd Mood. I'm Becky.
And I'm Kelly.
And we're your hosts, two 40-something-year-old college roommates ready to take you on a wild ride through the bizarre, scandalous, and downright lewd news of the world and our own lives.
This is going to be good, folks. We promise you'll have a blast. So, without further ado, let's do this. Welcome, everyone. Welcome back to Lewd Mood. I am Kelly.
I'm Becky, and we're back for episode 10, round 3. This is now the third time we have tried to record this episode because Kelly and I can't seem to align our drinking schedules, hangover schedules, content creation. So
that's right. So this is played second fiddle to our hangovers.
Yeah.
Mostly
and
mine.
Also, mostly Kelly's, and also our inability to get our shit together and plan a decent podcast. We did record 30 to 35 minutes the other night. Mm-hmm. And then around minute 35, Kelly goes, "We got to trash this episode." And I'm like, wholeheartedly agree. We can't
it was
put
really
this
bad.
into the world. It was real bad. So
yeah, it will never see the light of day. It was awful. God awful.
So bad.
I was like, I'm bored already. Becky, tell us how your weekend was.
Well, I had a really busy weekend. Believe it or not, I did do some socializing on Saturday. I went out with one of my girlfriends who I hadn't seen in a while. Yes, we went to this place downtown called the Stuffed Olive. They just moved the locations. Next time you're in town, I'll take you. It was so cute. It was super fun. Martini bar with some good, we got a bunch of different apps. It was fun. And then I had to work on Sunday real early in the morning. And then for some reason thought it'd be a great idea to take my kids to a baseball game immediately after.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. And I regretted my choices, but it was really fun. It was sensory day at the ballpark. So they didn't play loud music or loud sounds, which my son appreciates. And it was actually kind of nice. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of enjoyed it too. Wasn't like blaring music in the background between every batter. It was real low key and quiet. It was beautiful. So I mean, it could have been much worse. So my weekend was busy doing that kind of stuff. How was your weekend? Tell me it was better than mine.
Well, it was a weekend. I went to the city, went into Chicago, and met a couple of friends, and we went to see the Chicago Red Stars, which is the Chicago women's professional soccer team, play Bay FC in Wrigley Field.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, and we had great seats. We were like front row in the bleachers.
Oh my God.
So I was a bleacher gal. And it was so much fun. There was 35,038 people at this game. It set a record attendance for the NWSL.
So I love that.
It was, the atmosphere was electric. Nice. However,
oh no, I knew there was a butt coming.
Yes,
I knew there was.
Yes. After the game, we decided to hit the town of Wrigleyville. And I'll tell you, Grandma, listen, I was like, I am too fucking old to be out right now.
Yeah.
There was 20-year-olds everywhere.
Why?
I mean, because it's Wrigleyville. That's where the kids hang out, I guess.
I mean, I've only, now listen, my very limited time in Wrigleyville, I thought there was quite a wide range in the demographics. Am I wrong? Is it a younger crowd in the summer?
I would say because there wasn't a Cubs game.
Oh, that could be.
That brings in the suburban dads who are just looking to blow off some steam.
Yeah, we love the daddies.
Sometimes I'm that steam.
Yeah, sometimes it's you, and we love that. Who doesn't love Daddy and Kelly together?
Yeah, but I got into a conversation with these 24-year-olds, and they called me ma'am, and I was like, "Get me the fuck
no." That's offensive. Okay,
I was like, "Man, I am a miss."
I'm 100% a miss till the day I fucking die. Okay,
that's right. Okay,
don't get it twisted.
Man. I realize I'm older than your mom, Kyle.
Yeah.
Jackson, whatever your name is.
It is interesting when you think about a 24-year-old and we're 41 and 42, we could be their mothers. And
Yeah.
that's alarming to me.
Yeah.
To be honest, I don't like it at all.
I only want to be Randall's mother. So, yeah, that frightens the shit out of me, actually.
Yeah. Interesting.
I bebopped around Wrigleyville and woke up and realized that I was not 24. That instead I was 42. And I proceeded to lay in bed all day, various times getting up to vomit.
No,
And
you are a puker. You
I
are a
was like,
puker.
this is not it. No.
No. And listen, I'm guessing your drive from downtown Chicago back to the suburb you are currently residing in was just terrible. Like, because I've done it with you,
Yeah.
and I wanted to die the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Oh,
awful.
oh
And
boy.
now I live further.
Than you did
So
before.
an extra 30 minutes further. And I was just like, do not puke in the car.
Yeah. Let's not.
Yeah. Run into the house. Ugh. Yeah.
Yikes.
I'm a
That's
puker.
rough.
That's my
You
least favorite thing about myself is that I am a puker.
you are a puker. Yeah, you definitely are. And I mean, I'm sorry that that happened to you, but
Yeah.
yeah, interesting.
Yeah. It was, yeah, not my favorite thing. However, it made me think about a story.
Tell me.
Being out with the kids, I was like, it would be great if there was 30-year-olds and older in a place and none of these kids around. And then I
Yeah,
saw the
when
article of that bar in Ohio that has a restriction. Women under 30 are not allowed in, and men under 35 are also not allowed in.
oh, I love it. I love that. I
Yeah.
really do.
Yeah.
I really do. Wait a minute. So they're going to ID people at the door, and if
Yep.
you are not above 30 or 35, you don't get in. Oh
No
my
exceptions.
god.
Yeah. No
Ooh.
exceptions to the rule. So if
Mm.
you are a Leo DiCaprio and
Yeah,
you are dating barely legal women,
right. He's
sorry.
not finding he's not finding any ladies at that bar. That is
Nope.
not his jam.
Yeah.
You'll never find him there in Ohio for sure, but
No.
definitely not
Not
at
with all
that
the
bar.
oldies. Not with all those grandmas at 30.
I will say it does seem like trending that these like 30-year-old men do love a nice older woman. Like they definitely love the women in their 40s. I currently have a single girlfriend who is single and mingling, and we went out on Saturday night, and she was telling me she is new on Tinder, she is new on Bumble,
Mm-hmm.
and she is in her mid 40s, and she said everybody that asks her out is like 30, 31, 32. They are, yeah, sometimes younger, sometimes younger. And they don't care that she's like in her 40s.
No.
And I am like, doesn't it feel strange that these men could be your son? And she's like, absolutely not. I love every second of it. So this is not the bar for her, but might be a good place to find a sugar daddy, maybe. I don't know.
I'll tell you, that Cougar Club, it's a good place to be.
Cougar Club.
Yeah. Cougar Club, you get yourself a Cougar Cub and live your life, girl.
Oh, I
Live
do love
your
that.
life. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, their energy levels can match right up because we are peaking about the same time they are.
That's
So
right.
that works out okay. So I
Yeah.
could see the benefit of that. But also, okay, fine, dating somebody younger as a 40-some-year-old woman, that's probably a whole new ball game, But I think, you know, a lot of women, especially in their 30s, are becoming sugar babies, and they are dating sugar daddies who are in their 50s and older. And this is not a new concept, right? Like
No.
Anna Nicole Smith is probably like one of the most famous sugar babies
Yep.
out there. She married somebody who was literally in a wheelchair, that she met when she was a dancer at a strip club. And she married a guy that was literally like, I don't know, 50 or 60 years older than her. And I did a little research about how to become a sugar baby because sometimes it sounds pretty good. Someone wants to Venmo me, $5,000 to pay my bills. Why not? I
Yeah.
mean, no judgment here. However, being a sugar baby, it's an interesting lifestyle. They call it a lifestyle. Did you know that, Kelly?
I did not, but I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah, it's definitely a lifestyle. And I think it's becoming a little more mainstream now. So now women are coming in with their own sets of rules as sugar babies. This is not like a pay for sex situation. That would be an escort or
Yeah.
a sex worker, which totally different lifestyle and
Mhm.
employment opportunity, I would say. Um, so sugar babies and sugar daddies come up with some type of arrangement, which may or may not include sexual activity,
Oh,
but oftentimes just includes companionship,
oh,
like
oh,
someone to go to dinner with, someone to take to a gala, someone to travel with, someone to come home to at certain times, or someone they want to pop into their apartment at 2 a.m. when they're coming home. And sometimes it's just like pictures. Sometimes it's just answer the phone when I call you. And all these little tasks come with a price tag. So you kind of come up with this like little arrangement. Like you're going to give me $2,000 a month. And for that 2000, I'm going to do A, B, C, and D. And
oh.
then they can ask additionally throughout the month for more money, but that may come with some new tasks that you have to do as a sugar baby. So this is interesting. I used to follow this girl on TikTok.
Okay.
I cannot for the life of me find her account. So I think maybe she's off. So she had a pretty good job. She got laid off. She's young. She's like in her 20s. She's got this super spunky, huge personality. I would say very similar to yours, Kelly. Like very quick witted, sassy, fun. Like you could tell she's a good time. She definitely like comes off like maybe she's a bit older than being in her 20s. And she's,
Mhm.
of course, she's a babe. And she became a professional sugar baby when she lost her job because New York City was fucking expensive and she couldn't
Yeah.
afford to live. So she kind of made her MO going on trips with a sugar daddy or a sugar couple,
Oh,
like a man and a woman who wanted
okay.
a third to go on vacation. So, how I got hooked on her is she went to Italy with a sugar couple. Okay, a husband and a wife who were looking for a third. Okay, they pay for her to go on this Italy trip. She flies and meets them in Italy.
Okay.
Things are going fine. They're, occasionally going out in the city doing stuff together. Maybe they go to dinner. Sometimes they do stuff separately and she'd stay at the hotel or she'd go to the spa or she'd do whatever. But then, of course, they'd meet up at the end of the night. And I do think it was more of a sexually based situation in
Okay.
this scenario for the trip. So, partially through the trip, the husband and wife start fighting about the fact that they have this woman, she's a woman, obviously, on this trip with them in Italy, and it starts to create some tension. And I don't know exactly what the fight was about. She didn't really elaborate because she was afraid that they would like get busted or people would figure out who they were. Because of course, you go to Italy, you're probably telling people you're going to Italy,
Yeah.
and maybe the internet would figure out who this couple was, right? So they get in this fight and they decide they no longer want Sugar Baby on the trip with them mid trip, but they have paid for everything and they have the ticket. They paid for her ticket. She doesn't have it. So she was supposed to fly back with them at the end of the trip.
Oh
Okay.
my God.
So she has to leave her hotel and find a new place to live because she was staying with them in their hotel
Oh my gosh.
and they like kicked her out. And so she finds like a new place to stay. And then the day she's supposed to fly home, she has no idea if they like canceled her flight or anything like that because she didn't purchase a ticket, didn't have the itinerary, didn't have the confirmation number, which seems like, looking backwards,
Yeah.
she's probably like, well, I probably should have gotten that, but she didn't. So she shows up at the airport and lo and behold, Sugar Daddy out of the sugar couple is there and gets her ticket. And she is on the same flight with them, but they're all sitting separately on the flight. Like no one's sitting together any longer. But she did make it home.
Oh
And
shit.
that was, yeah. And so that was like the wildest thing. And then like a couple weeks later, she went on like a 2-week cruise with this guy who worked for, I'm going to say probably like Hershey or
Yeah.
some large candy maker. He was like an executive at a candy company. And she had to just basically follow him along on this cruise ship for 2 weeks. And she would make a TikTok every single day about how bored she was and how
Oh,
terrible it
no.
was. He didn't care. He was like getting what he wanted out of this, right? Like,
Yeah.
got a companion to go on a cruise ship. She's a good
Yeah.
time. She likes to drink. She's fun. She's like, I want to lay out at the pool. He wants to go to the casino. I have to go to the casino because that's what he wants to do. This is not a vacation. She's like, I'm working.
Yeah.
So it was like super interesting. So I don't know how long or if she's still doing it, I could not find her TikTok account or I would have shared it with you guys, but it was absolutely fascinating. Like the Italy trip might have been like my one and done. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
I would
we tried this,
never.
maybe not a great idea. Or, so if you're going to go on a vacation as a sugar baby with a sugar daddy, you make sure that you have ownership of your plane tickets.
Could you
Just
just
a more
imagine if you're like, oh yeah, I'm in Italy, and they're like, get out.
get out.
And
This
then
was
you're
a
like,
bad idea.
I don't know
No,
anything. I don't know where to go. I don't know what to
don't
do. I
speak
don't
the
know.
language.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be
Oh no,
frightening.
I would die. Well, I just can't imagine. It would be so scary and stressful, especially like in your 20s, unless you're like a pretty seasoned traveler. Now,
Oh
she seemed to be like pretty like chill. Also, she's like making a bunch of TikToks while this is all happening. So like the internet knows she's in Italy. She's
yeah.
not nothing's gonna happen to her, right? Like she's probably fine. She's gonna get home. But yeah, yeah.
Oh my God.
It's insane. So
Yes.
she had
Very
like a
insane.
list. She had a list of sugar daddies that she like kept in contact with monthly. And like when she would have a bill come up, she would like call a daddy and be like, "Can I have $600 for my electric bill?" And he would be like, "Yeah, okay, come over." And she'd be like, "Okay." And they'd like go to dinner and she'd stay over and then he'd give her $600.
Yeah.
Would you do that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would. I'm not even going to pretend
Oh,
like I wouldn't.
Kelly, real question though, real talk. Are we too old to be sugar babies?
I
Have we crossed over the age threshold for it to be? Would it just be a real relationship?
oh, man. I mean, are we too old to be sugar babies? I guess it
Are
depends
we?
on, I mean, we're babies compared to like an 80-year-old.
That's true. We're half their age. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think we would have to do like a 80 plus to be
Yeah.
considered a sugar baby.
Yeah, which might benefit us because we're on the downhill swing, like the backside of the hill. Like
Yes.
they're
I
going near the
like to think I'm a
grave.
Candy Crush.
Yes. The only thing though is like at 80, you're not going to get listed in the will. Like this guy's got grandkids
Yeah.
and shit. So like you're not going to get a penny at the reading of the will.
Man.
You're just better enjoy it while
Yeah.
you can.
I
So,
mean, just somebody pay my gas, pay for my gas,
yeah.
pay
Yeah.
some of my, rent
Yes.
that I would do to get my student loans paid off.
There's not much I wouldn't do for you to get your student loans paid off
I mean,
because they're insane. Yeah.
yeah, they're insane. And, I always
Yeah.
laugh when, people commented on the student loans forgiven or whatever. And I'm like, I'm paying for your fucking kids. Okay.
Yeah.
For
And you
all
don't
these
have kids.
schools, all these
Yeah.
things that I will never need to
Right.
use. And I
Correct.
get one little bone thrown my way and people are saying I'm a grifter. Okay. I
Yeah. I
don't want
know.
to hear it.
I
Okay.
agree. I have to agree. Listen, I paid my student loans, but I only went to undergrad. I am thrilled for the people that are getting their student loans paid off because sometimes it was a struggle. And I had low interest rates back in the day.
Yeah.
Like this was before things were like 12%. I'm
Yeah.
happy that it
Yeah.
gets people a better shot at being
Yeah.
successful in
Somebody's like,
life.
with all your student loans, doesn't it piss you off that people are getting forgive? And I was like, no, these things are
No.
like herpes. If somebody's like, I found the cure for herpes, I would be like, well, not
Yeah.
working for me.
Yeah.
Be like, I don't want
Yeah.
you
Well,
to
that
have
doesn't.
this.
Yeah, absolutely. It's for the greater good, right?
I know. It's like
It's
being
for
like
the.
pissed off that Main Street got new road construction because you don't drive on Main Street, you only drive down First
Yes.
Street, and you're like, I don't
Yes.
want to pay for
Every.
that. It's like, just suck it up,
I
okay?
know.
There's a
I
lot of
know.
shit I don't want to pay for.
Listen, a
Anyway,
lot of us are paying, everybody is paying for the library. And I'm betting most of those motherfuckers haven't stepped foot in a library since high school.
that's right. That's right.
That's funny. Oh, man. Freaking sugar babies.
Back to our sugar baby thing. I will tell you
Yeah.
that when I was in my last place that I lived, there was the hotel. You've been there
Uh-huh.
before. That's across the
Uh-huh.
street from my apartment, and lots of escorts would go through there.
Yeah.
So sometimes
That was a nice hotel. That was
yes,
a nice hotel.
very nice
Ooh.
hotel. So sometimes me and the bartender would just sit and watch, and then we'd look at each other like, is that an escort?
Mm,
Do you think that's an
is
escort?
that-
And he's like, for
yeah.
sure. for sure.
Yeah.
I've seen her here 3 times this
I
week.
was about to say the bartenders have seen the people. They know
Yep.
everything. Yeah.
And
They know
usually
who's,
it's a guy that is like forcing a girl to slam a drink and then they
yeah.
wander off to the hotel.
Yeah.
And she's
Like,
always
let's get
dressed
this
very simple.
awkward interaction done together.
Yep.
Yeah. Interesting. Have you ever, we should do a whole episode about this, but I'm just going to like, do you follow the modern working girl on TikTok?
No.
Okay. So I like to listen. If you're familiar with who Jelly Roll is,
Yeah.
the singer. Okay. So his wife, her name is Bunny.
Yep.
She has a podcast called Dumb Blonde. And she interviewed this girl. Her name is Dase. And she works at the Bunny Ranch
Oh.
in Nevada,
Okay.
where
Yes.
prostitution is legal. Yes, sex work is legal. And so I have followed her on TikTok for a long time. Somehow she showed up on my FYP and I was like, wow, this is super interesting. And she talks all about stories of things that happen and what it's like working there and how much, she can't really talk about how much money she makes, but she makes a lot of money
Yeah.
and how it all works. And it is absolutely fascinating. I think we should do an episode about it.
Yes.
The Bunny
Let's
Ranch.
do it.
Okay. Maybe next week we're doing it. It is absolutely fascinating. Like, and the reason why she's on Bunny's podcast, if you're not familiar, Jelly Roll's wife, Bunny, was a high-end escort sex worker for years. That is how she met Jelly Roll. And she met him when he was completely homeless, had no money, and was trying to get full custody of his daughter because his daughter's mother had some drug problems. And she is a pretty wonderful, giving person. She's had a pretty successful life as a sex worker, made a ton of money. And so they were friends and she like let him move in with her and she helped him get custody of his daughter. And then now they're married and it's crazy. But she is like the queen of like, she ended up having girls working for her and had like this pretty legit business. She's got a list of celebrities that she's slept with, which is pretty interesting. So I highly recommend following her. Yes, she is. And she's hilarious too. But the two of them together are absolutely adorable. Like they're cute. Yeah. We'll definitely do an episode about the Bunny Ranch.
You know how I feel about sex workers is they're entrepreneurs. Think of all the free one night stands given away. Just for free.
Yeah.
Be making that money.
I know.
Could be making that money.
It's true.
I found that what I've heard is there's a lot of college girls that are doing like the foot finder.
Yeah.
That are becoming like pen pal sugar babies where they just text back and forth.
Okay.
And just get money for texting.
Dang, that's a thing?
Yeah. And they don't have to show anything. It's not anything. It's just they have a companion and they get paid for it.
Wow.
But yeah, a lot of those girls are showing some entrepreneurial skills.
Honestly, if you're dumb enough to pay for it, you might as well make money off of it.
Yeah.
That's what I think. I mean, but I understand companionship is real. People being lonely, it's absolutely real.
I have a moral compass and it points south. So I am all for whatever.
It's true. Listen, I might get kind of tired of texting all day. I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm not from the right generation, but I could see how the younger generation would really thrive in that environment.
Yeah,
for sure.
I think you might have a little text trauma from college when you racked up a huge bill when it was 10 cents a text.
I sure did. My parents turned my texting off.
Still remember this.
turned my texting off because I racked up like, I don't know, a lot of money in text because text used to cost 10 cents a text.
Or something.
Yeah, it was a lot. I don't even remember. I learned very quickly not to send back an okay text because okay is 10 cents every time you do it. And I remember the parents were real pissed about that. Yeah.
Man. Who's ever listening to this episode, they get full Randall conversations, by the way.
No, I can't hear Randall, but I can always hear when I'm editing the podcast. I can hear Randall's little mews in the background.
Sweet little meows.
Oh, Randall, our sweet little baby, our little gentleman.
He is a little gentleman, and he
could be our sugar daddy.
Oh my god, I would pay to take pictures of his little toe beans.
Oh, people want that.
Cute little tootsies of his.
Listen, speaking of sugar daddies, I feel like you may have some daddies for me. Is
I
it
got some
time
daddies for
for the
you,
Bumble?
girl.
Is it
Randall is
time for the
telling
Bumble?
me, listen, bitch, it is time for the Bumblebee. It's time for the Bumblebee. It's time for the Bumblebee.
Wow, the song gets better every week. It really does. Always the original.
The original there. Oh man, I'm looking for a man in finance.
6'4", blue eyes, trust fund.
This weekend they're like, "What are you looking for?" I'm like, "I'm looking for a man who's nice." That's it.
And can pay his
Doesn't
own
have a
bills
baby.
also. Yeah.
Pays
Doesn't
up
have
the bill.
baby. We love that. Yeah. Makes his own money. Maybe wants to pay my student loan.
Oh man. All right, Becky. So as you know, with the Bumble Beat, we have 3 suitors, 3 eligible gentlemen, and you get to pick your pony. So Becky, today's game we're playing is who's your sugar daddy?
Ooh,
All right.
I can't wait.
So suitor number 1, his name's Max. He's 35. He's looking for someone outgoing, funny, no racists.
Hmm.
Please like to go out, and no liars.
Oh, easy.
Yeah.
35?
35, no racist. I like that.
We do like that.
Jeremy, suitor number 2, his name's Jeremy. He's 42. He's just trying to cut the BS. Also, I'm not photogenic. Not a good thing for online. I've never
Uh-oh.
related so much. Me too, Jeremy. Me too. Suitor number 3, his name's Keith. He's 44. He has no bio, just pictures of him with fish and camo.
Oh my God.
2 bass.
Fish and camo?
Yeah.
2 bass. One in each hand.
Shake that bass. Shake that bass.
No. Okay. Great. What a list. One
One
of
of
these
it.
is supposed to be my sugar daddy.
Yeah, Becky, pick your pony. Which one's your sugar daddy?
Okay. I'm just going to eliminate first. Keith, 44, no bio, fish and camo. Seems like a fail. I'm not saying he doesn't have money. I'm just thinking if he can't be bothered to write anything in his bio, then he's not going to take this seriously.
Yeah.
So I'm going to just take Keith right off the list as a no-go.
Okay.
Max is our first suitor, number 1, Max, 35.
Yeah.
You know, I love the no racist, wants to go out. I feel like that's going to be a lot of work.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a lot of work. I think I'm going to have to go dancing every weekend.
Dropping it low.
Dropping it low.
I don't know if you have the knees for it anymore.
Yeah, it's more the low back we have to worry about
yeah.
anymore. So I'm just thinking the 42-year-old Jeremy, suitor number 2, not looking for any BS, no photo because he's not photogenic. Now, this is going to be a very interesting generalization I'm going to make about sugar daddies.
I love it.
But I am guessing most of them aren't hot. Because I'm guessing hot men don't have a problem finding somebody who will be around them for free or for just the perks of being around them. Okay. Yeah. Now this is my own theory and I could be way off. But if he says he's not photogenic and he doesn't put pictures on his profile, I'm guessing maybe he needs somebody to make him feel good about himself. He wants someone to compliment him. He wants someone to make him feel good. Yeah. So I'm thinking Jeremy is the best choice we have for a true sugar daddy situation, even though we are the same age.
True. I also think Jeremy would be the most likely to be a sugar daddy because he's like, let's cut the BS, all right? I'm not here for, let's just cut it. And he's probably a little socially awkward.
Yeah, I would agree.
He would rather just like he's not looking for any BS. Here's my terms. Right. This is exactly what I'm looking for.
Right.
Sign me up.
I mean, that sounds like what we're looking for, right? Yeah. Like I don't need all the extra crap. Like just cut to it, give it to me straight. I'm guessing it's going to be more like show me your bankroll.
Yeah.
And make sure you can pay up. That check better not bounce down my street when you write it to me. Yeah.
Better not bounce.
No bouncing on the checks. Okay, God. So Jeremy, he's our dad.
Jeremy's our daddy.
Now, are we too old for Jeremy for this to be a sugar daddy, sugar baby situation? Because I am still technically 41 for 2 more months. So I guess I do qualify as younger. But
Mm,
you, however, are 42. So
easy
this might,
now.
I know you're so old.
Easy now. You said that with such,
That mean?
you put your whole heart into that one, didn't you?
I did. Yeah. I mean,
A lot of
I might
bases.
as well round up at this point. I mean, I'm almost 42.
You are
So
42. I know.
so much older than me. A
Mhm.
whole 4 months older
Not
than me.
wiser though, just older.
Oh, neither of us are. So, I mean, come on now. Come on.
Oh my gosh.
Well, that was pretty good. I mean, yeah, I think that was an easy pick. An easy pick. I will say though, Max sounds like he might be fun. He might be worth swiping on if he's
Yeah.
good looking.
I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, Max is cute. So I'll
Nice.
probably do some swiping. But like I said, I need to revamp the Bumble. Um,
Account.
I need to
We
revamp it because your girl doesn't have great pictures on there.
You are photogenic. I don't know what you're talking about. I have lots of good pictures of you, and you just need me to take new ones of you.
Listen, I have this belief that I have a 4 face, a 12 personality, and that I'm an 8. I feel that strong. I feel that strongly in my bones. And I'm okay with that. Because
I think you're categorizing your face a little low on the scale, the 1 to 10 scale. Okay.
I'm an Iowa 8 in the face.
Yeah. Well,
Chicago
we all.
4.
Yeah. I mean, okay, major city. There's more people.
Yeah.
Slim pickings out here in Iowa. So
Yeah. Iowa 10, Chicago 8.
100%. So
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Fair enough. It all depends. But we are Midwest girls. I
Yeah.
mean, let's be real. So yeah. Oh, funny. I love that. Well, this was good. I mean, I feel like we hit some hot topics. Who doesn't like talking about sugar daddies? I mean,
I
a
know.
girl can dream that someone would just Venmo me money for me being me, but that's not likely to happen in my lifetime. But I'm not opposed. But
I really honestly think however you can pay off your student loans, you should.
yeah, girls or women, girls, whatever. I mean, you would hear about people going and stripping in towns like an hour or two away, so they
Yeah.
wouldn't like run into people they knew to pay for law school and med school.
Yeah.
Because you can make so much money. So like this really is no different. This seems a little bit like less work,
Yeah.
instead of dancing for 12 hours on a weekend and getting pawed at by people. I mean, you still might get pawed at, but probably by one person as opposed to a room full of men in sweatpants and no underwear.
Or you sell those feet and you get money for those feet. Listen.
Yeah, I'll never
nobody has to
understand
see
the
your
feet
face.
thing.
So
I mean, maybe you can get a job tickling people.
oh God. The tickle monster.
Listen, Kelly, I got to say, one of our followers sent me a message and asked us to watch the documentary called Tickled. Have you seen this?
I have not.
Okay, I looked it up. It's on Amazon Prime. It costs like $1 to rent it.
Okay.
I will commit to watching the documentary. And it is about like, I truly think it's like, it kind of was like the dark world of tickling,
Oh,
like
man.
tickle torture type of stuff. And she was like, watch this. I beg you to watch it. And then you have to talk about it. So I will take one for the team and watch it.
Thank
and if
you.
it's worth it, then you can spend $1 and watch it too.
Listen, I'm
But,
still traumatized from the tickle monster. So tickle
well,
me.
maybe we can watch it together. I mean, next time we see each other, maybe we can watch it together. It might be $1 well spent.
Okay, that's fair. I think
Does that sound
that's
good?
a great idea. Yeah.
Okay, we'll add it to our
Put it on the
to-do
list.
list
I love it.
this summer.
Give us some shit to do this summer.
It will.
We
for
don't have
sure.
enough.
I know, for real.
Oh my gosh. Well, should we wrap it up, Beck?
I think we should wrap it up.
All right. Thank you for listening to Lewd Mood. I'm Kelly.
And I'm Becky.
Bye.
Lewd Mood podcast is produced by Kelly Lally and Becky Pospisil.
Music by Paul Size of Red Beat Entertainment.
Listen to our podcast anytime on Spotify podcasts.
Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Lewd Mood